Mastering Countable and Uncountable Nouns. Tips to avoid mistakes. Hello everyone. We're so glad you could join us today. In this video, we're going to focus on a key aspect of English grammar that many learners find challenging: countable and uncountable nouns. More importantly, we're going to dive deep into some common mistakes that people often make, and provide some handy tips to help you avoid these pitfalls. So, let's get started. Before we dive into the tips, it's crucial to have a solid understanding of the basics. Remember that countable nouns refer to items we can count one by one, like apples, books, or dogs. On the other hand, uncountable nouns refer to things that we cannot count individually, like water, information, or music. Let's now look at some of the common mistakes learners of English often make when using countable and uncountable nouns. 1. Using the wrong quantifier. Using a quantifier that is meant for countable nouns with uncountable ones, and vice versa. For example, saying many waters or much apples is incorrect. 2. Adding an s to an uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns are generally used in the singular form. So, saying informations or musics would be incorrect. Now that we know the common mistakes, let's explore some tips to avoid them. 1. Identify the noun type. The first step to using countable and uncountable nouns correctly is to identify whether a noun is countable or uncountable. 2. Use the correct quantifier. Remember, use many, a few, several for countable nouns and much, a little, a bit of for uncountable nouns. 3. No plural for uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are generally used in the singular form. So, avoid adding an s to make them plural. English, being a language full of exceptions, has a few exceptions in this case too. 1. Some nouns can be both countable and uncountable, but their meanings may change. For example, chocolate is uncountable when you are referring to it in general but becomes countable when you are referring to individual types or pieces, e.g., 3 chocolates. 2. Some nouns appear to be plural but are treated as singular, like news. And that wraps up our guide on countable and uncountable nouns, with an emphasis on common mistakes and how to avoid them. Remember, practice makes perfect, so try to apply these tips when you're speaking or writing in English. We hope you found this video helpful. Keep practicing, stay curious, and we'll see you in our next video.